Alright, see where we're at here. Of course, let's start on the daily. So we're still holding above this order block right here from yesterday. This weekly order block. We have a fair value gap right in here. We're kind of right in the middle of that. So we do have a daily FVG right here. Could look to probably trade into that. It's still just kind of been chopping around the last 4 days. And this is why we have a daily fair value gap right here. And we have a fair value gap right there. Like I was saying yesterday, when you have two fair value gaps, one above and one below, price is usually just going to be chopping around. That's what you see here. Now look at all these lows that have not been violated. So we have this order block. We have these lows. So price came up, tapped the bottom of this order block, created that fair value gap, dropped down. We're holding above the FVG. Trade into it nicely, so we could. So we're gonna want to aim for this 717. Am I on the right chart? 719. Wait, what? Okay. Got lots of lows to be taken down here. we got these highs as well. I am bullish, just because price does not want to take out these lows right now. First price target can be the bottom of this order block. And then this high is probably what we'll aim for right now. That'll be that first price target. Now we just need to look for an entry because we did trade above this order block, just showing strength to the upside. And then we did come down right here, almost to the order, almost to that fair value gap. Took out that low, created the high. So, I might enter in one con right here.
Order filled.
And then we're gonna go light. And we're gonna leave room to, if we do get a retracement down here. I did enter right here just because price has such clear direction. Not the best entry, but it was such clear direction to go towards these highs right here. Now I always go into these streams with no current positions. As we were in this chop, this is where I was going to originally enter, but I just like to start the stream off fresh. So I can log my entries, everything right on stream. But yes, this was the ideal entry right here. Right when you see this chop, price come out of this chop, come back down to the fair value gap. This is entry. So we're just kind of waiting. Price is going to be real slow tonight. We are expecting it to come down much lower. The only reason I did enter right here, just because that one single contract. Bullish bias. Just in case it did want to run. Let's have a little bit of exposure in there. Then our next entry's there, so our stops were relatively small. Our next entry level is only about 6 points away. We're going to try to enter on this fair value gap right in here. These order blocks. Entering some cons right there.
Order filled.
We're gonna go a little bit heavier tonight on the contracts, but we'll go 2 more cons right in there. And we'll leave room. Now I'm looking at this 5-minute. Price is not actually looking that good. It's fine. It's not a bad entry. Did want to get a little bit lower, but that's fine.
Order filled.
Get our entry a little bit lower. Average down just a little bit. Take off a little bit of risk here, just so we can stay around 5 cons and we can, in case price wants to come down here, we get a better entry. Take off a little bit of the risk right here.
Order filled.
Just gonna chill, sit back, relax, watch this trade play out. The entry is always the same, of course. We have a higher time frame bias. We know where price is reaching for these levels up here. Looking a little choppy on the 5-minute. That's okay. We came up, disrespected 2 order blocks. 2 bearish order blocks, came down to the fair value gap. Rebalanced. Took out this high. And now we're holding above that high. So we're looking like on the 1-minute. starting to like Asia session. Actually, maybe even more than New York. I don't know. It's just something about. It seems so peaceful. It's not as volatile. I've had the whole day to wake up, use my brain, versus waking up 9 o'clock in the morning, tired. I just much prefer Asia sometimes than New York.
Jerk.
Yo. Yo, what's good, bro?
Yo, what's good? I was just hosting the prayer night on the Kingdom server. Um, Worry not about me being able to jump right onto being a speaker. That's just because I own the server, so I can do whatever the hell I want.
Yeah, nah, I hear you. Yeah, because I was like, wait, I thought I was on stage. I was like, who is that? And I looked at the Discord. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Maybe I should utilize my Nitro and just customize my profile to look entirely different and just scare you.
Can you do that? Is Nitro? I actually have Nitro, so I can probably do a lot of things I haven't done.
Yeah, you basically get to make your profile look entirely different on different servers. That's one thing.
Really?
Um, yeah, that's why, like, if you check my profile on here compared to on Kingdom, you'll see there's a difference. Like, my profile picture on the Kingdom server is a photo of me and my fiance, but here and other places it's Timon from Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, I seen your name was slightly different.
Yeah, yeah, that too. On the Kingdom server, it's Dr. Joey because of an old inside joke where I got compared to Dr. Phil because I kept guessing people's childhood trauma.
The discernment of the Holy Spirit.
Yep.
What you been on though,
Yeah,
brother?
with the amount of accuracy I was having, it was like, yo, what in the world?
Yo,
It
that's
had
so
to
cool.
be. Holy shit. Like, I remember one time Kirby was encouraging us on the server to be more verbally affectionate with each other, just to like say I love you in brotherly and sisterly ways.
Oh, that's wholesome.
And and this one girl, Rain, was basically saying how it feels weird to say that to people in general, regardless of who they are, and stuff like that. And with complete accuracy, I just blurted out, it's not that it feels weird, it's that you've been made to feel like you're not giving birth much. And she was just like, okay, but why are you calling me out? Kind of thing.
Wait, you said that she was just made to feel what?
It's not that expressing love itself was weird to her. It's the fact that she was made to feel like her love wasn't worth much, so she didn't express it.
Hmm. Wow, that's deep.
Yeah,
Is this on this?
it's
Is this the server that you're on now?
this happened on Holy Spirit Speak, the one that you were on, but the nickname has lasted the test of time.
Oh, wow. Yo, God is so good.
Yeah, man.
I actually just found out how to screenshot on a laptop today.
Oh yeah, nice.
Cause I was like, how am I gonna how do I screenshot my laptop? And I realized it's like, oh, that's all I do. I wonder how much this data is delayed. Oh, I think it's very delayed on Weevil. But yeah, what you been on there today, bro?
Um, Not much. I just hosted that event earlier. Um, Other than that, I've been chilling, texting with the fiance, talking about some serious stuff though, to be honest.
Yeah, I saw y'all were in
You
like
know,
a
she's
prayer group chat. I don't know, was that her in the chat? I saw there was like 5 people in there
no,
and one girl.
no, she
Oh,
wasn't in there. She wasn't in there. That was Christy, one of the admins.
okay.
If you ever see Kate on the server, first of all, her name is just Kate, and second of all, her profile picture is Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Is that like the girl with like the yellow dress?
Yep,
I never knew her name was Belle.
the one that the one that likes books.
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Neither. I totally gotta watch it with her.
So I thought about. I was like, I should go, or I should make a stream where I'm starting from like a fresh account from Take Profit Trader, and then I'm going through the evaluation process, record it all, and then the funded process all the way to like actually getting a payout.
Hmm.
So that's basically what I'm doing right now with this one.
Yeah. And I was thinking about the way that I learn.
The way that you learn.
Yeah.
How do you learn best?
I think I'm better at learning when it comes to like hands-on, or like at the very least when you were teaching like those patterns and stuff like the upswings and the fair value gap, I think you said it was called.
Yeah.
Like being able to help, like, first of all, picking up the pattern recognition for it is great, but also knowing how to take advantage of it, kind of thing. So I
Ah.
think that's why I prefer hands-on learning, so I learn how to take advantage of it and what to actually do, pick up a sense for it, kind of thing.
So would it be better like if you like were in your own charts as I explained it? Or what would work for you?
I think that would work, yeah.
Or also, you could even
Like I
follow
said,
along on the trades because you can actually get a demo account to trade with, um, and you could get like a
yeah,
50K demo account. You said what?
I actually just set up a 50K demo on Webull.
Nice. So the only thing with that is that I don't know if you can trade futures, because I think the data is delayed. Because even on my Webull, um, it shows delayed data. Like it says it's seven. It says the price is 702 right now. The actual price is
Mm.
698. So the data is kind of delayed on Webull. Um, and it would be delayed on Tradeovate too, unless you do buy data. Now the data is like $4 a month. It's called CME Top Data.
Mm.
That's what I would recommend because you can go ahead and do that, and then you can actually follow along, and then it's like it's exactly what I'm doing, but it would be like a simulation. Like the money wouldn't be real.
Mm.
I always try to go into my stream, or actually not try, but I always go into the streams with like a fresh, like no trades. Like, cause this trade right here, I was really looking at it from right here when it was chopping around. I was gonna enter down in here, but I was
Mm.
like, I'll just wait um, until I start streaming. So I started my stream like 12. So I ended up getting in right around here. I just to get a little bit of exposure in, I got in one contract around this candle, and then I averaged down just in this gap right here off of this order block. I'm not trading anything crazy. I'm only 5 micros. Do you know how? Are you familiar with how the contract sizes work?
No, not really.
All right, so you have micros and you have minis. So these are minis. Just NQZ5, and then the M is micro NQZ5. So one contract is um, it's about 100. Yeah, it's $100 even per contract.
Mm.
Now the NQZ, those contracts are 1,000. But the difference is is that, so the difference is that on the micros, price moves about $2 per point, or about, no, sorry, $2, about $2 per tick. Well, sorry, no, hold on, I'm messing up. So it's 50 cents per tick and $2 per point, and then the NQ, I believe it's minis around $25 per tick. So the price is right here, 25,701. So every whole number, like 2702, 2703, 2704, that's 1 point. So 1 point is valued at $2 for a micro. Now the tick goes 0.25, so it's 701.00, 701.25, 701.50, 701.75, and then 70, and then 702. So yeah, so the ticks are 0.25, and that's worth 50 cents. And why I prefer futures over options is because options vary drastically so much, but with futures, you know exactly down to the dollar amount exactly how much you will make on a trade and how much you're risking. So you can really define your risk. So basically, one mini is equal to 10 micros. I'm only in 5 micros. So for example, this is my position. So I got in at 25,697, and we're currently at 25,702. So I'm up about 6 points on this trade, and 6 points is equal to $50 because I have 5 contracts. So it's times 5. Now if I only had one, I'd be up about $12 because it's $2 per point. But if I buy 2 contracts, then it'd be $4 per point, and then $5 is $10 per point.
Right.
And I know you didn't catch all of the other streams. I do have those recorded. I'm gonna post those as well. And yeah, and then so with price, it always has a clear direction that it wants to go. You just popped in here. You weren't here for like the beginning. All right. So, when I was looking at the chart here, I was like, all right, price. Actually, just take out 2 contracts right here. Let's take off a little bit of risk because we are back approaching this high.
Order filled.
All right. So came down, took out this low, and then nice displacement up, disrespecting 2 order blocks, which is showing because these are supposed to hold price down. Kind of like here, we came down, came back up, price held it lower, have this order block here, price is holding lower. Now once you see these order blocks disrespected, that's a good sign that price is going to continue to go up. And then since we have these 2 highs that have not been, price is not traded to, because we created these highs here and came down, it's a clear area. And the reason for that is, you know, it would be called like price seeking liquidity, because think of all the people who were trying to profit from the market going down and maybe have got in up here. They would set their stop loss up here, so naturally the market would want to go and liquidate them and get them out of the market. Same thing with these lows right here. Price came down, took out these lows, and traded back into this gap right here. And then when you see this, this is letting you know that price is ready to take out these highs, because we took out these 2 order blocks, and then we came down. Oh, didn't want to draw that. of this. So yeah, then we had this gap right here. This gap, fair value gap, we can drag that over. We have the midpoint right here. Look how the, I'll draw a line through it. Middle of the fair value gap, look how price is holding above the midpoint. The wicks go below it, that's okay. You want to look for the bodies. So you have multiple indications that price wants to go higher. We have this area where price should be looking for. Order blocks disrespected. Fair value gap holding price, and we're holding the midpoint. And then, you know, taking out highs, holding it, holding gaps, and yeah, and then once you approach these levels, you really want to see a reaction, because it'll let you know like price's next move. Like when we come up here to these highs, you want to see, does price want to keep holding order blocks and fair value gaps and just keep supporting price higher, or do we come up here, have a sharp rejection down, and like trade below a low? And then if it did do that, then you could be looking to take out these lows or this consolidation area, which is a pretty important area. And I do think that eventually tonight we come back down here. But these are the current objectives right here. And you always want to go for a low-hanging fruit. You know, you want to look for the easiest spot for price to reach. You know, don't want to let the greed consume you, which is a hard road to follow, because it's like you want to make money, but you got to be content and have the balance where you're striving for more and ambitious and working towards getting better and making more money, but being content and not moving too fast and not being greedy. It's not easy. But through the power of the Lord Jesus Christ, it is possible. And it definitely helps a lot. And then, like for example, let me bring up earlier. I think it was around 3. Let's see here. Yeah, so we have these two lows right here. Price came down, took out these lows, and then you want to see what does it want to do. Right after we took out those lows, we had a sharp move up, which would be called displacement. And then right when you see that, then you want to look for a PD array, and that a PD array would be like a fair value gap, an order block or something. And then you have that right there, and that could have been your entry. And then we drop down into it once, twice, hold above it. That's your indication that it's looking very nice, because we took out liquidity here, traded higher, nice move up, displacement higher, traded into that gap twice, and closed above it. On that third one, or even the second one, you could have entered in there, and then you could have targeted these highs right here. And that was actually a very nice move. Like, just to get an idea, if you were to enter just one single contract right in that gap, you could have put your stop like right below this candle. So you would have entered right here at like 65, 64, and then it would have been about a, see, 48, 58, about a 30-point stop. So with one contract, you would have been risking about $60. And then, but your upside on that, to take out these highs from here. That's 564. About 100 point move. So you would be risking $60 to make 200, with a very high probability of making that 200 because we took out the lows, displaced higher, traded into the gap. Like that's like a good like 95% probability. And then that's like what I do every day. Like this is my third stream. Well, really, yeah, because the first stream was yesterday, and then I streamed this morning, and then I'm streaming tonight. Yeah, so 3 streams, and I haven't lost one trade. Like all my trades have all been correct. So I'm 3 out of 3 right now. Now again, I'm human, so I might get a trade wrong every now and then, um, but yeah. Yeah, I highly recommend getting a TradeOvate account, um, and then just getting the CME data for like $4 a month and paper trade on it. You still there?
Yeah, absolutely. Just
Okay.
eating.
Yeah, I actually just made some food earlier. It's pretty good. What did you make?
I'm just having a late breakfast cereal.
Oh yeah, it's real early over there, isn't it? Isn't it?
No, not real early. It's like 4 p.m. Almost 5.
It's midnight over here. It's like 1 a.m.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'm streaming my screen.
Yeah,
Wait.
given that. Yeah, you're also in the same time zone as like all your friends, so I've memorized your time zone already.
Ah, okay. Eastern. But yeah, no, I made I need to go grocery
I'm a stalker
shopping.
like that.
You said what?
I said I'm a stalker like that. I even know what time it is for my fiance all the time now.
Nice. What's her name again?
Kate.
Kate. Yeah, that's right. You did tell me that, Kate. Yeah, no, I need to go grocery shopping, but I do kind of like when it gets to the point where like I'm like the day or two before going grocery shopping, and like my fridge is basically empty, so then I just gotta kind of put a meal together. So I took like some I don't know. I probably told you that I am vegan, but I took some vegan hot dogs, and I had mushrooms and vegan bacon. But the vegan bacon, for some reason, the ingredient said eggs and milk, so I just decided not to eat that. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I mislooked at it, but then the mushrooms were kind of expired, so I was like, oh no, they were sealed, but they were like kind of slimy when I opened them. I was like, yep, I'm not using those. So I was like, all right, what do I have? I have some bread. Let me butter the bread, put that in the oven, and then I got some coconut oil. Cook some of these vegan hot dogs in the pan, season them, and then I wanted to put bacon on them, but I didn't vegan bacon. I didn't have that, so I was like, all right, I'll make my own vegan bacon out of like these vegan deli slices, and then I'll put like the hash brown like string type thing. I don't know what they're called. Like the stringy hash browns, there's like a name for them. But and then with tomatoes and some cheese and just put it on bread. It wasn't bad. It was pretty good. Definitely chef something up. Drink some apple juice with it.
Speaking of chefing it up, I gotta figure out what's happening for dinner.
How old are you
Yeah,
again?
I'm gonna shop. I'm 22.
22. Nice. Do you remember how old I am, bro? I'm getting old. I'm an old man almost.
I
29, bro.
have headphones on, and you hear me having a conversation, and you think of all the people I'm talking to myself.
Okay, now yeah, I can hear people in the background. What are you talking to me or talking to them?
I'm talking to my dad.
Okay.
I think she said 22nd. 23rd around 3 p.m. Also, I believe she got a parcel yesterday. Oh, cool.
Did you hear me, bro?
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I was saying, yeah, I said I'm getting pretty old. Now, I look super young, but I am 29, bro.
oh wow.
Yeah, getting up there. I'll be 50 before I know it.
I think I've only seen like one photo of you, but you don't look much older than me.
Yeah, no, people, every time I tell someone that I'm 29, like, they're just so surprised. I'm like, yep, 29. Be 30. I'm basically 30. It's not much different. It's not much different than being in my 20s, you know, besides the house and
Shut
things
up.
like that.
Yeah. Reckon they're like barking at the pipe.
Your dog?
Oh yeah, this thing is a paranoid little thing.
So when I'm streaming on stage, do I get notified when people join or no? Because I didn't get notified when you joined.
Nah.
Okay.
When you're on a stage, we see it, they all join silently, so you don't even get the whole boom thing distracting you,
Ah, okay.
which is it's good. You'd only have to check periodically to see if people are actually joining. You're gonna give that to the dog. I'm still gonna have to go to the shops with him anyway, but might as well. I was planning on doing spaghetti stuff. What do you need? Yeah, yeah. All I need is mince and salt anyway. Okay. Yep. Right. Thank you. Yeah, sorry about that. Dad's gotta
Uh,
go to work, so I'm just doing the
oh, you're all
loudspeaker thing.
good.
Just making sure.
Price could possibly come before sending higher. Could possibly come down. Take out these lows and then rebalance on this order block. Pretty much break even. I'm down $1.50 right now.
Mm. Yeah. Actually, that's another thing that could probably help me learn, just like watching you trade live and you just like describe your thoughts and plans and stuff like that.
Yeah. So my initial trade, I started on this. I started on this and went to the. I always start on like the higher time frame. Is your dad
The
is your
problem
dad
is,
talking to you?
yeah, he's talking to me.
Okay.
Any signs of diarrhea when it comes to Wicket? Because normally diarrhea is the concern with him eating the wrong stuff.
Got the dog having diarrhea in the background. Oh no.
Yeah, we got two dogs and they're both special snowflakes when it comes to what they eat and drink. Like our little Pomeranian Bundy can only drink filtered tap water, and Wicket supposedly um will get diarrhea if he doesn't eat like if he doesn't specifically eat chicken.
Really,
But we've had problems with the last 2 nights and it's not gotten crazy.
I actually only give my dog spring water. But yeah, on this trade, I started on the daily, started on the weekly, I seen, okay, we have this order block right here. Price is holding above it pretty nicely. Came down, we closed above it. It's not looking bad. And then on the daily, we have this fair value gap above us that we haven't yet gone into, and then we have this fair value gap below as well. And when you see that, when you have like a fair value gap above and a fair value gap below, or like an order block above or a fair value gap below, price kind of doesn't know what to do, so that's why you see this where it just kind of goes back and forth for days. But since we have tapped into this gap, since we have actually tapped in this gap, or at least, gotten close to tapping into it, and haven't even really gotten close to this one, besides this, I do think that we do a higher, plus this wick right here. If we mark this out, we see that we actually took out this high, and all these lows with that, or sorry, these lows and all these lows. We took out that and then sent higher and traded up through this order block, like way through the halfway point. And now we're just kind of chilling above that. Then on the 1 hour, we have these lows right here that have been kind of respected, which is pretty interesting because that's definitely going to be a level to watch out for. This low, this, and this. They really just kind of come down to it, not want to take it out, come down to it, not want to take it out. Which is something definitely be noted. And as we came down to it, now for the wicks, not only are like the lows important, but the halfway point. So you can use the halfway point of wicks as like a large level of liquidity. Because see, we came down here and came down again and here. Now we didn't take out the low, but we did take out the halfway point. Took out the halfway point here, and then the halfway point of this wick. We took it out here. Sent higher. Disrespected these order blocks, which should have held price down, and then traded above a high, created a fair value gap, and then we dropped into that. That's what kind of gave me the bias that we do actually want to go higher and maybe tap into this order block again, or take out at least this high. And that's why I'm in this trade aiming for this high, which is these highs right here. This high and this high. Now eventually, I do think we could come, back up to here. This order block. But I always aim small at first. And I am gonna, just because we're so choppy though, and because like I said, we could come back down into here and take out these. Might take off just a little more risk. And plus, I have kind of made, just on this fresh account that I started just for the stream today, I made almost 800, and that's a pretty good amount for just a day. So I'll just hold 2 contracts.
Order filled.
Still up $10. Holding about floating $10 right here. Now another reason why I did kind of take some risk off. Now we definitely could come up here, but because we came up here and didn't want to take out that high, took out a low, and then came back up, and now we're kind of rejecting this order block makes me think that even though price does want to come up here, that we could very well come take out these lows, because look how smooth this area is right here. And all these lows right here. We could definitely come down here because of all the people that have entered here and are profiting from this move, and then also the people who entered right here. The market is going to want to take them out. And that's why I got out some more of the trade, because I figured this.
So you treat it like the market's always working against you?
Well, the market is always going to be working because, all right, the market, or just, I would say the world in general, they don't want you to make money, Now, the market is very manipulated, and it goes for highs and lows. Now, any stock book that you read will tell you this. They'll say, oh, let me take a little bit of risk off. Just hold on to that one contract. We're still up 750 today, so yeah, I'm not worried about that. But so for example, let's see here. Let me find a good example. And before I leave this, let me just set my stop right here. I'll give the trade room to breathe. Let me find something. Alright. So find something that is a very good example of this. Alright, so all of the stock books that you read are going to tell you about support and resistance. And they're going to say things like this. They're going to say, look at this. Look how...
Sorry if you can hear all the running water, I'm doing dishes.
No, you're good. So they're going to say this. Oh, look at this. Look how price was... Look how price was coming up here. And this is like support, this is resistance. And then we came up above it. And now it's support, and now it's holding price above. They think that if price goes, because it's the same level that price keeps touching, they think that that's going to hold price above it. And they will tell you, put your stop loss right there, and if the market goes under that, it's just going to continue to go lower. Which is not true, because you see, price dips just below it, just to stop them out, and then sends higher. And then again, right here, that same level that people think is support, look how we just barely dip below it to send higher. Same thing with this. Like, look at this little section right here. Look at that. Look at these levels. They're gonna say, oh, like, look at these. Like this low, like this support. Price drops just below it, sends lower. Or they'll be like,
stop filled.
I guess I got stopped on that. Yeah, that's why I took some risk off, because after I seen that price came up here and didn't want to take out this high, and then took out a low. This is an important thing to know, is this is called a market structure shift. Now, I never use trend lines And I would recommend that you never use trend lines, but just for the sake of showing you market structure, I'll use a trend line. Now the reason I say never use them is because people think that,
Stating?
yeah, they are. Like, people will use trend lines and try to take trades off of them. So, for example, like that, like, oh, the trend's going up. And if it breaks, and then they'll say, oh, if it breaks the trend, then that means that it's gonna go down. Which I won't lie, I'm not gonna say it never works. It can work, but that's not a it's not a good strategy to use. I used to use it for I've tried to use it before for years. It's not gonna make you profitable. But see how we're making a new high. This high is taking out a new high. So we're bullish market structure. It's just going up. Then once we take out a low here, and then we come up, do not want to make a new high, and then take out another low, that shows you that market structure has now shifted. So instead of a bullish market, it's a short-term bearish market because now market structure has changed. And then you can tell that by not only are you making, in a bullish market, not only are you making new highs, but order blocks and fair value gaps, they support price, like right here. Fair value gap, supporting price up, makes a new high. We have an order block right here, this big white candle. It's supporting price up. And then as we start to come lower and kind of break structure by taking out lows now, we come up, do not make a new high. Now, these same fair value gaps that should be supporting price, they start rejecting price. Because now we've come lower. It's like, look right here, look at this fair value gap. Look how we come down and close way above it. And then we send higher. And then we have this order block. We drop back down to the order block, come just to the top of it and send higher. Now, look at that versus this. We have this. Market structure has shifted. Come up. We fail to make a new high. And then we have this order block, or this fair value gap. We trade right through it. We're deep inside of it. And then we trade lower, taking out another low, and then come back into it. And then start rejecting down, take out another low. Now, and you always want to look at the bigger time frame, the higher time frame. And not only in the charts, actually, even in life, because a lot of times, even in our life, it could be like this. Like,
I thought people would normally try and have it on as small of an interval as possible when they're going through day trading.
yeah, you definitely do. You want to start at the higher time frame, and then you want to work your way down, and that's where you find your entries at.
Basically get an idea of the kind of momentum it's been on for a while.
What did you say?
To basically get an idea of what its momentum has been like for a bit.
Yeah, and then what I was also going to say is I want to find like a move where, all right, like something like this. See, we're zoomed in, right? And we're focused on this, and we're like, and this not only goes for the market, but even just in life in general. Like, look, like everything is just going downhill, and we're just so zoomed in, and we're focused on this, and we're like, wow, everything is going down. And this now, what I'm saying right now isn't even just about the market, it's mainly about life. Is that in life sometimes we could be so focused thinking that everything is just going downhill because we'll have like one day or 1 week or 1 month that everything is going down. And what we fail to realize is sometimes we got to take a step back and zoom out. Because even if the 1 hour looks like that, if a day looks like that, let's zoom out. Let's zoom way out, you know? And we realize that, let me reset this chart. And then we realize that little one day, in the grand scheme of things, everything is alright. Sometimes I gotta remind myself of that. Like, I'll have like a bad, and I'm not even just talking about trading, just in life. Like, things will be going not right, and I'm like, man, what's wrong? And then I'll be like, just gotta zoom out and realize that there's gonna be bad days, bad weeks sometimes in life, but you gotta realize that as long as you got the Lord and you're doing the right thing, even through these challenges and trials, you're gonna be good in the end. But um, yeah, I kind of forgot where I was going with that, but I feel like that was important.
All good.
But so here we are here. I kind of got more focused on teaching than actually trading for a minute, but because let's see where we came down to. Yep, and that's actually what I was just saying about 10 minutes ago. I said looks like we're gonna come down below these lows and rebalance above that order block before sending higher, which we did exactly. And trading is so much because this stuff isn't hard to learn about the market structure and all that. That's easy. The hard part is to learn yourself, because if you're not focused, and or if you're not, having the right psychology coming into the market, you're going to mess yourself up. That's why you want to go in with a plan. Go with a plan, know what you want, before you enter a trade, where you're going to get in, where you're going to get out, where if the idea is wrong, where you would know that the idea is wrong and you'd get out and all that, and being patient. The same way why even if you know it's going to go up here, or it's going to at least reach for that, you want to get a good entry. You wouldn't want to enter in all up here and then see all that, and then you're risking like $100 to make $4. That wouldn't even make sense. But yeah, so price right here is this is what it does all the time. It sweeps liquidity. So we have all these lows here. All these people that entered in here trying to ride it up, they have their stop losses here, and it looks like this. They have stop losses there, below the lows. The market comes down, takes them out of the market because they think it's going to go lower, and then it forms its real objective. The same thing with here. Think about all the people who, once they saw this, got short, were trying to profit from it going down, and then they set their stops right above these highs right here. And the market came up, take them out, and then sends lower. And then now we're rebalancing. And look where we come down to. Because this right here will show you, just looking at the market will show you that people buying and selling doesn't move the market, because then price will just be random, but it's not random. Because look at this order block. And this just formed.
Oh.
Look where
Honestly,
price.
I didn't know if it was influenced or not by the purchases and trades that people are making.
You said what?
I was actually wondering if the stocks move around based on other people buying and selling.
No, actually not at all. Because if it did, you wouldn't have stuff like this. Like, see this order block? Look how price comes down and holds perfectly above the order block. Or price comes just above highs. Well, that could be explained if it was buy and selling, the price coming below highs and selling. But coming down and holding perfectly above an order block, or yeah, it just wouldn't make sense.
Hmm.
Because then, like I said, I
So
have
basically,
or even look at this right here. Look, I'll clear all this stuff out. Um, Look at this order block right here, right?
yeah.
Look how perfect that is. And look, that big size drop, we dipped right into that order block. Is that not crazy?
Hmm.
That one single order block. So this is what happened there. Like we had equal lows right here. All these equal lows. Price came down, swept those, tapped into the order block, and sent higher. And that's what we're doing right now. And then we traded up, took out those highs, came back down, rebalanced into this order block, and now we'll probably go up higher. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not hard to learn. It's all pretty simple. It's just like I said, the hardest thing is controlling greed, impulsiveness, doubt, fear.
And
Um,
just discipline.
yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah. That's basically like yeah, once I know what I'm looking for and know the general like checks to do, like basically when I know the right approach on the forward side of things, basically I can manage the rest because it's as simple as understanding that like how much I get also depends on how much I risk typically. So can't get careless, can't get greedy. Like I already know that much. Putting it into practice might be a different story, but I think on the discipline side I should be right.
Yeah, and
I
all
just
it
gotta
really takes is
know the skill.
being disciplined in your life, and it bleeds into trading. If you can be disciplined in your life, you can be disciplined in trading.
Hmm.
And a lot of times it's real easy to get caught up in the money, but don't worry about the money when you're trading. Worry about executing right and making good trades, and the money will follow. Whether you're making $5, $10, or $10,000, it's all going to be the same thing. It's all going to be like, are you executing properly and having discipline? Because if you can make $5, you can make $50,000. All it is just scaling up and buying more contracts.
Yeah, it's just as you basically pick up the skill more, trust yourself more, then you can start scaling more and more.
Yeah. And that's all it is. It's infinitely scalable. The same thing. And this is just for test purposes. And since I'm already up, like I said, 750. Um, like I can just kind of play around and just show you stuff, even if I lose a few dollars. Um, Same thing of
Order
buying
filled.
one contract would be the same as buying 25 or even 50. Now I'm not gonna buy 50. I'm not gonna buy 50 contracts because if it goes against me, I could end up losing a lot. But and it's really just that simple. Scaling up, simple, click of a button. This takes discipline and things like that. Now, will just to mitigate those losses, I will buy like 3 contracts down here. Um,
Order
just to ride
filled.
it back up, and then I'll just scale out.
Order filled.
And you can, and that's what you would call a scalp. Like scalp is where you just like kind of get in and get out instantly. Like you know where the
Yeah. Have you
you
heard of sorry, I'll let you finish first.
oh yeah, sorry, no, so yeah, scalp is basically where like you plan a trade, you go in a direction, and instead of like saying like, okay, I'm gonna enter in right here, this is my entry and this is my target, you don't have to hold to your full target. You can literally just get in here, and then on that little move up, you can just get out. That's what they call scalping. What were you saying?
Model. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you about if you I have no idea. I was gonna ask you about the 20-minute trader guy.
I've seen his ads on Instagram. I know who you're talking about. I don't really know him, and I haven't really watched much of his stuff, but I have heard of him.
Yeah, he's got a free course,
Did you watch it?
but I thought about it.
Hmm. If you're gonna watch
I
any
looked into
courses,
the free course. He's got trading, like he's got paid courses as well, of course.
if you're gonna watch any courses, I highly recommend watching ICT, Michael J. Huddleston, because not only are all of his courses free, but he's the guy who pretty much everyone learns from, and people even learn from him and go, start teaching other people. Myself included. Like I traded for 4 or 5 years, and it wasn't until I started watching his videos that I really found like consistent profitability.
Yeah,
Uh,
makes sense.
Those videos are long and they're really
Um,
in depth, and I'll even I'll show you.
the guy sent me the playlist too, didn't he?
Yeah, I think I did. So yeah, this right here.
Beginner circuit trader.
Yes, I recommend going down to the playlist, watching the Market Maker Primer
You sent,
course.
yeah, you sent me the 2022 membership
Yeah,
a while ago.
yeah, and then the 2022 mentorship. That's a great one. And then after you watch those two, now really you can watch all the stuff, but the main things is just if you watch Market Maker Primer course, which gives you a basic understanding, and then dive deeper into the 2022 mentorship. Then from there, you can just watch a few of these videos of the live executions, the like 8-minute videos. That kind of brings it all together.
Hmm.
And then to dive even deeper, you can watch like 2024, 2016, 2017 mentorship core content, and it really brings a lot of it to life. Like it's good stuff.
Right. And how long do you reckon it would take to be knowledgeable enough to, give the demo account a proper whirl?
Like
Because I think what
from
I'll do is like I'll learn from whatever courses and resources, and then once I feel confident enough, I'll go with the 50k demo account on Webull first, and then once I hit the like I'll just recreate the goal, like the what's it called, the take profit trader thing does. What was it like? You gotta make like 3,000 or something.
yeah, so on Take Profit Trader, yes. So you
Yeah,
buy the account, it's
so
100, you make 3K.
I'd recreate that goal through Webull on the demo account, and then when I do it on Webull, then it's like I know I can do it, so then I'll do it on the take profit one, and that way I feel more confident in being able to do it after spending money on it,
I highly
and then
recommend doing that, but instead of through Webull, do it through Tradeovate. Because all you do is Tradeovate is you you just create a demo. I'll actually show you how to do that. Let me I wonder if I
um,
should.
so I don't need to pay for Take Profit Trader to use Tradeovate.
No, Tradeovate is a platform just like Webull. Take Profit Trader gives you an email and a password to go on Tradeovate. So you can actually make a Tradeovate account for free, and then
All
it's
right, so
gonna you're gonna
so
get
when
the
you do
chart
the
and everything.
so when you do the Take Profit thing, you gotta use whatever login they give you.
Yeah, yeah, but you can make your own account on Tradeovate. It's completely free. And then,
Right,
but now to actually see the chart moving in real time, it's actually very cheap. It's only $4 per month.
right.
And you just go to subscriptions in Tradeovate, and you look for the one that says CME top only data. It's $3.99. It's like $3.99 a month. It's definitely worth it.
Mm.
And then you can, which is so it's going to look exactly like this. And then you can even do things like you can do things like this. You can go to like your risk settings. Like you can have a daily loss limit to where like say it's like, all right, after I make $500, I want it to lock me out of the account for 24 hours so I can't even trade. Or you can do that. Or you can have like a daily loss limit is say like, all right, if you lose 500, or say if you lose $100, you'll get locked out of the account. Or if you say you want to like set a profit target for the day, you can do that, or a weekly target, and all that. And then right here is this is your open P&L. That's how much you currently have in your profit or loss. If it's a loss, it would be in parentheses. If it's in profit, there will be no parentheses. So 14, same thing as here, 14. And then your total P&L, that's how much you are currently have made for the day. And then your equity, that's how much is in your account, 50,761. And then your trailing max drawdown that's how much. If that goes to zero, that means you lose the account. So,
Right.
yes, you have 2K um, drawdown, but as your account balance goes up in the test phase and the evaluation phase, you have then it goes up. So that's why instead of 2,000, I have 2,761 drawdown. That's how much I could lose before I lost the account. Now, when you go to the funded stage, your drawdown changes from end of day to um, trailing drawdown. Um, Now, what that means is this, and it's definitely a rule that you gotta make sure that you're aware of, because right now, since I've made $700, see how my drawdown is 2,700. But with trailing drawdown, because right now it's on end of day, but if it's trailing drawdown, it's $2,000 from your highest equity. So that means that because I've hit 5,766, it's $2,000 from the high. So what that means is, say my account goes to, say I get a 50K funded account, I have 2K max drawdown. So if the account hits 48K, then you would lose the account. Now it's trailing at first until you get above 2K, but before 2K is trailing. So say you get to 51K, it trails from your highest balance. So if the highest that you've got in the account was 51K, now if the account goes below 49K, you would lose the account. So it's 2,000 from your highest balance. But once you get above 2K, you can build a buffer and your drawdown no longer trails and no longer follows you. So now, say you get the account to like 60K, now you have a 10K buffer. So as long as you don't lose 10K, you keep the account. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So what that means is that in the beginning, you want to not buy a lot of contracts. Well, anyone, I mean, no matter who you are, I would say, don't buy a lot of contracts until you build your account up. But once you do build your account up, then you can buy more contracts. Because say, with the drawdown, say like you go up and you make like $1,700, right? Like, say I bought a whole bunch of contracts and set up 30, I'm up like 3,000. And then it dips down to like 1,500 or like $1,000 in profit. Say I make $3,000 in profit, but I don't close my trade, and it drops down to where I'm only like $500 of profit, I would actually lose the account because my drawdown is trailing. That's why you want to build it up above 2K before you can go super high risk in a bunch of contracts. Does that make sense, or do I need to explain that again?
I'd say you can try explaining again.
Okay, so think of it like your balance, right? Say it's like a bank account balance, and say you have 50,000 in the bank, and the bank is like, all right, you have this $50,000 in your bank. Don't ever, you have a 2K trailing balance to where your account can never go 2K below your highest balance. So if it's at 50K, it can't ever go below 48K. And if your highest balance is 50,100, your account can't go below 49,000. Your account can't ever go below 48,100. It cannot go 2K below your highest balance. Now, I would say the bank says, but once you get over $52,000, once you make $2,000 profit, that trailing balance, that trailing drawdown will not follow you. Does that make sense?
Right.
So now, say you take that money and invest, like, and then I can, go back to trading with it. Is you take the money and invest, and as you're investing, your account balance, your equity is going to go up and down. Your equity cannot go below, now on the evaluation phase, it's not going to follow you. So like and this is the testing on this evaluation until the funded. But yeah, this isn't going to follow me. That's why I can get it above 2,000. It's 2,774. Now with the funded, before you make 2K, no matter how much money you make, like say you make 1,800, you say you're at 51,800, the trailing max drawdown is never going to go above 2K. Now it might go $1 or $2, but it's going to rebalance back to 2K until you get over 2K. So what that means is this. See how I'm in this trade right now and my price is fluctuating? like from
Yeah.
like 31 to 30 to $29 that I've made. I'm only in 1 or 2 contracts for a reason. Because if this was funded and I bought like 20 contracts or 50 contracts or 60 contracts, it'd be fluctuating by a few $1,000s. And if it does that, if it fluctuates to the downside by $2,000, like say like like you make 1,500, and then and you right here it says that you're in 1,500 profit, but then it goes down, and after it's come up to show 1,500 profit and your equity has shown that, even if you haven't closed the trade, that is your highest balance, your highest unrealized balance. So now say it comes down and now it shows that you're negative, that you're currently down 500. You lost the account because your highest balance was 1,500. Oh, and then we finally hit that level that I said. But your highest balance was 1,500, and you lost that 1,500 while in the trade plus another 500, so that was your 2K, no matter if it was profit or not. Does that make more sense?
Yeah.
So what you do is, once you get the funded account, you take your time, go little contracts, slowly build your account up, slowly build a buffer up to like 3 or 4K. Now your drawdown doesn't trail you, doesn't follow you. So now you can be in these big trades where where you're making, like $700, $800, $1,000, $2,000 on one single trade, and you don't have to worry about getting caught in that drawdown.
Hmm.
But yeah, that was that first profit target. So this trade right here, we came down, took out all these lows and this low, swept liquidity, came down, rebalanced into this important level of that order block, showed a nice displacement higher. Hey, let me go ahead and
I'm about to walk away from my phone. I do
gotcha.
have Bluetooth headphones, but I may end up disconnecting because I gotta go like all the way outside the house.
All right, gotcha. Well, let me just finish explaining this. I'll be done in like 15 seconds. So then we showed
Okay.
displacement higher, trade above a high, and then we entered in on that PD array, and then we hit that. But yeah, that's all I wanted to explain.
Fair enough. I'll be back in probably like a minute.
All right, bro.
Just drawn up to trash.
Bet.
I felt the urge to do a bunch of cleaning.
That's a 20-point trade right here.
Oh, that was just from my room. At what's your name actually? I don't know if I know your name.
Me?
Yeah,
Nick.
Nick. I thought so.
What was that?
I said Nick. Thought so. I didn't. I thought it was Nick. I didn't remember.
Yeah, it's basically like pretty similar to my Instagram name, and Xbox name is just Minix is my Xbox name, but yeah, just Nick.
Hmm. So, I guess your preferred platform in general now is Tradeovate as well.
Oh yeah,
Order filled.
absolutely, absolutely. Trade of eight, and also that was a nice 20 point trade. What was that? Yeah, like 20 point trade. Um, 20 point trade. Now it could send higher, but um, I was only in one contract. And that's actually the beauty of buying more than one contract, and I usually always like to buy more than one, is because if you buy two contracts, you can take your first contract, or two or three or four or five, however many, you can take some contracts out at your first price target, and then after that first price target, then you can move your stop loss up to break even. So now you've locked in money, and the rest of your contracts are basically risk free, because worst case scenario, you already brought your stop loss up to break even to in profit. So even if it goes down, you're like, those are risk free. They're already going to be stopped in profit, and then you have the opportunity to just hold them and hold them to rise higher.
Hmm.
So
So,
what do you say?
are you basically teaching your strategy specifically, or just teaching how to do the trading skill in general?
Well, there's so many different strategies. This is what I personally use. Um, a lot of people do that too. Is, they'll have a break even stop. That's a smart thing to do. Liquidity sweep. So this is basically what it is. You have a clear area of where you want price to go. So for example, we had these highs that hadn't been taken. So we're going to mark that out. Okay. And then after you see that, you want to see that price on a higher time frame. Well, for one, um, you want to see price on a higher time frame is respecting that idea, like
Hmm.
this. Came down the fair value gap, holding above it. And then we have just a very simple, and this is why I say go for low hanging fruit, because price definitely could, come up here, come all the way up here, even to this halfway point. But something like this, just the top of that wick, like that's like a no-brainer. Like that's like a 99% chance price is gonna come above there. This is why I say, go for low hanging fruit. So we have that, and then we look for reasons for price to support that idea. Like we're holding above a fair value gap, trading above that order block, and then after you see that, you want to wait, because price is always going to have a fake move before the real move. And that's what we had right here with this candle. So then after you have all that, you have a clear direction of where you want to see price go, and you have on the higher time frame price supporting that idea. Then on that lower time frame, like the 1 minute or 5 minute, you want to see a liquidity sweep, which would be called sell side liquidity because it's below. Come down, and then we have an important level below it. So it made a lot of sense for price to come down here, because we had this level to be taken, and then we had an order block down here. So we tap into the order block. Then once that you tap into that, then you want to see, okay, what does price want to do? And then we trade higher, and then we take out a high. Right after it takes out that high, that's where you look for your entry. Now you could have entered on this order block or this order block, and your stop could have been like below the halfway point, and you would have been targeting wherever you were looking for price to go. still got to take out this high up here. But and then I'll also say is sometimes a lot of times you want to like when you see it like that where like price is like a 1 point away from your target, I would say just take your profits because sometimes you can have things like this where you're right there to your target. Like if you were aiming for this low, we literally came right there and then reversed. Or even this low right here, you could have been aiming for that low. Came right down to it. And this is why I say aim for low-hanging fruit. Like instead of trying to get the full low, I say just go for the halfway point of the wick because you get it there. Same thing with this. If you were aiming for this low, you wouldn't have got it. That's why I say just aim for the low-hanging fruit. Just aim for the halfway point of the wick. Or
Okay, I get you.
yeah, or like this. Instead of aiming for like this order block up here, just aim for that. Because I mean you don't need to shoot for the moon and get a like you don't need to shoot for the moon and get like a home run every single trade. You could just add up these small little 30-40 point move runs. Oh
Yeah,
look
the
at
small
that.
wins.
Yeah,
The small wins step up.
exactly. And there's so much smaller risk, just adding up the smaller wins, be consistent. Sometimes you just got to add up the little crumbs and you get the whole pie instead of always going for the full pie. But look at that. Look how we come up to that level perfectly. Tap it and then trade lower.
Oh, very random question. Do Weeble and Tradeovate have like commission fees for each trade or sell?
They do. So Tradeovate is so for Weeble, if you're trading options, it costs commission to buy the option. I forget how much. It's like probably like similar to Tradeovate. And then it's like $1 to get out of it. Well, you got to like sell it for $1 lower if you want to instantly get out. For Tradeovate, for the micros, the whole process of buying and selling altogether is about $1.70. So you're looking around like 80 cents, something like that to buy and like 80 cents to sell. So like for example, if
Alright, I just made some math up here to on my
yes,
head about something.
yeah, so like
No
for
worries.
example, if I were to like go long here,
Order filled.
um, and I'm down like $4, I'm technically down more than like $1 over that because it's gonna cost me like about $1 to sell. Just for example. So like right now I'm at $6. I'm at $3. I'm down $1. I'm down 50 cents. But if I do sell, it's still gonna be like 50 cents or like 80 cents over that. I'm trying to see if I can get it like perfectly. It's gonna be hard to tell just because price is moving so fast. So I'm at 77275. See if I can get it stuck on like one number to show you. So I'm at 770.75, 771.25, 50 cents. I'm at 772.75. That's if I'm at negative 50 cents.
Order filled.
Yeah, no, it's moving too fast to tell. But yeah, you could just probably Google it.
Hmm.
I spelled it wrong. It's okay.
Also, from the sounds of what you're saying, like futures are more reliable than stocks and options, or is it just like self-interest kind of thing?
Um, I I would say, um, okay. Well, oh, by the way, this is it's actually less than that. They actually lowered it, so it's 36 cents per buy and sell. So when you buy it, 36 cents, and when you sell it, 36.
Okay.
But yeah, so I I've traded and I traded options for 2 years. Um, and I would trade QQQ, which is actually the exact QQQ is the Nasdaq, which is NQ. NQ and QQQ are literally the same. Like even if I bring up the charts of the 1 hour, the only thing is that so with options you can trade 9:30 to 4 p.m. Now with futures, you can trade the entire week, every single hour. The only time that it's closed is 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. for maintenance. Other than that, you can trade all day long and all night. And the thing with options is you miss out on opportunities like this. Like there would be so many times where like I'd wake up in the morning and let's see, like for example, let me see if we have an example. Yeah, there'd be so many times like I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh, look, we're come up here, traded low, we have like an order block entry, or we say like I'm wanting to get short up here. I can't because I have to. If we're trading options, I gotta wait till 9:30. Say like if I know the market's gonna go lower, and I'm like, boom, come up here, take out a low, we come back up, reject off that order block, trade higher. Now we're right below these order blocks. Say like I want to get in right here. That's a good entry. That's a really good entry, but I can't because I'd have to wait till 9:30, and then 9:30 hits, and it instantly
And it
drops.
just instantly moves, yeah.
And then not only that, while it's dropping, then I gotta do this, and then I gotta go to the option contracts, and then I gotta sit here, and then I gotta be like, all right, which one do I want to buy? The 0 day expiration or the 1 week 11 by the 620 contracts, and there's all this extra stuff versus this where it's just like, all right, I don't have to wait till 9:30. If I want to go long, boom. If I want to go short, go short. And it's just so simple. And with trading, you want it to be simplified. Now, another thing is what was that?
Oh, my dad's headed up to work. I was just shouting to you.
Well, sorry, what'd you say?
I said my dad was headed to work, so I was just saying
Oh,
to you.
okay. So another thing here is that chop, the chop will destroy you in options because, and by chop I mean this. This is exactly what I mean by chop. When you see
Like when
that,
it gets a bit wavy.
yeah, it's just like barcoding, just choppy, chop, choppity, chop. Or even this right here. But what's even worse is, no, there was a day yesterday. Let me find it. I think it was yesterday. Um, see if I can find it on the 5 minute here. Because what is today the 12th? So that was that. Oh yeah, it was this right here. from like 2 p.m. all the way to 7 p.m. Now say you're in options, right? And say it's like 9:30 in the morning. All right? And you're like, "All right, I want to go long." And you go long right here, right at the bottom of this candle. And like you're like, "Okay, yeah, my price target is like right up here. I'm trying to aim for that." You know, as it goes up, like you'll be up like 20, 30, $40. It goes down, you know, you go up like 20, $30, and you're like, hold on, it's higher than it was here, but instead of only up $40, or instead of $40, I'm only up 30. And we're chopping around, chop, 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 and then now it's up here, and you're like, okay, it's the highest it's been today. But I'm only up $15. And you're like, what? How? So with options, you have time decay. So as time passes, even if you're right about your trade, you're still losing money just all based off time. Every minute that passes, you're losing money from time decay, and that's like the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Because when you could do the same thing on futures, and you never have to worry about losing money just because time passes. So I've even had times where it's like this, where you're in a trade for hours, 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 and hours, and then we're finally up here, and even here you could still be in the negative, even when you were right about the trade, just because so much time has passed. And that just off that, I would say that right there is the reason to never trade options. When you could just trade futures. Now, the only reason I would ever recommend to trade options is say you wanted to like trade individual stocks, like I don't know, like Netflix or something, and you saw like a really good setup in Netflix, like you were like, or if you want to like, you know, like long term invest in something like Netflix, which is a crazy investment just because, well, down here maybe, but yeah, if you want to trade like individual names, like say like you see a setup, like you're like, okay, like it's looking really good, because they do offer, you know, individual different setups. Now versus something like, um, let me actually do this. Versus something like this, like the S&P 500 and um, and the Nasdaq, which is basically what you're trading futures. Let me go right here. Let me go on 15-minute. Go right here. Change that to 15-minute. No, the chart is pretty much the same. They differ a little bit, but for the most part, it's pretty much always the same. Now you'll have like little divergences, like we made these two highs right here, came down, took out that low, left that low intact, send it higher. Now this took out the low, but this did not. So it's called like an SMT. Now I don't trade that strategy. It is important to learn. I've just been successful with what I'm doing, so I haven't really tried to change it. But the little things like that. Now versus something like I don't know, Nvidia. And honestly, um, the funny thing is that all stocks they do kind of do the same thing, but that's because like I guess QQQ Nvidia is inside of QQQ because QQQ is the top 500 tech stocks all in one stock. So, but let's just look at something like Nvidia and then something completely different like I don't know, like Beyond Meat. Well, let's look at something with a little more liquidity. So let's just go to 1 hour. So yeah, these change to a 4 hour actually. Get a little more variation. So with these, at least you get like a little bit more variety with options. But I mean, I don't think there's really any need for that. That's literally the only reason is if you want to trade individual names. Just because QQQ and Spy pretty much look the same all the time. Now some days, some rare days, they look different. We have this consolidation right here, then a low, this consolidation right here, then a low. This one did trade above the highs. This one didn't quite trade above the highs, so you have your little differences, but they are for the most part the same. Now what you can do with QQQ and Spy, or even, you know, like I said, which Spy and QQQ is actually the same as MNQ and MES. This is actually Spy, basically. But yeah, that's pretty much that. But what you can do is like when you're looking at these, you can say like, you're looking at both these charts and you're interested in going short. You could say, well, I'd rather go short on QQQ versus Spy because QQQ is the weaker one because these highs have not been taken and it's kind of been struggling versus this. And say you want to go long, even if QQQ is looking good for a long, I would say instead go over to Spy just because it is the stronger one out of the two. And if you want to go short, go to QQQ because QQQ is the weaker one. But yeah, I highly recommend do not trade stocks. I recommend getting the futures. That is unless like you want to trade your individual names. And then we hit our price target here and now we're kind of trading lower. But yeah, that's
You can't trade futures on Webull, you said, huh?
well, you can. I wouldn't recommend it. I haven't done it. It's just, and out of all the people that I know that trade, none of them do it either. It's just, I don't think Webull's a good platform to trade futures on. You know, and if it was, I would do it, and I think other people would do it too. But now they do have futures. It's just, there's just much better. I would say, you know, and I don't know much about Webull futures, but I would say probably Webull trading futures on Webull is like trading stocks on Robinhood. It's like there's just so many more better options. But Webull's a great app. You know, I basically grew up on Webull. I love the interface. I love how it looks. I love how you have the calendar. And if anyone was going to trade options, I would say go to Webull to trade options out of everything, or if not Webull, like TD Ameritrade or Thinkorswim. But yeah, Webull's great, you know. But as far as futures, Tradevate is the way. Now they do have a new one called Project X. It is a little bit more modern. It's just that it's so new, and they did have a few issues where like it crashed in the middle of like people trading, and a lot of people had a whole bunch of difficulties with it. So I'm sticking with Tradevate. It's done me right. I just stick to TradingView, you know, frame my trades, and then for real time, just because the TradingView has better charts. And then I'll go to Tradevate to place my actual trades on. Yeah, it wasn't. That was a pretty good trade. I think it was a caught about 30 points on that. Yeah, caught about 30 points on that. Not
Is there a
bad.
mobile app for Trader Vic? Or am I using
Yeah.
my computer every time I do
No,
that?
yeah, there is a mobile app. I recommend using the computer if you're gonna trade on it. But yeah, if you're just paper trading, yeah. And I've even traded my actual accounts on mobile. It's not bad. Of course, laptop is gonna be better, but yeah, you can trade on Trade on mobile. I feel like I've actually come a long way over these years in trading.
Yep, I've been watching you get better at it as well.
Really.
You've definitely gotten much better. Didn't you break 10K a month a while ago?
Yeah, I was actually for a while. I was actually yeah, that was so yeah. I broke my first 10K month in 2024. I'll actually post it in the Discord real quick in the app section. But yeah, I broke my first 10K month in 2024, and that wasn't even with prop firm accounts. That was like with my own actual money. That's back when I was still trading options. But yeah, no, I've hit multiple 5K days with prop accounts. But yeah, it was around July and October, and then yeah, I'm posting this Discord right now. Yeah, I posted it. Did you see it?
Let's go find where you posted it real quick. Oh,
So 11, almost
wow.
12K for September. Bro, 372% in 3 months is like kind of crazy. And I was actually working two full-time jobs at like 40 hour, like 80 hours a week all together. And I was trading while at work. I would go hide in the bathroom and trade.
Oh my goodness.
Like, look, I had a whole setup. Hold on, I think I have it on my close friends story. You've probably seen it. Um, Let me grab it real quick. That's back when I was still using green and red candles. But look at this, bro.
Mm. Oh my goodness.
Yo, no, that's actually crazy. Just for the sake of it.
Imagine some guy like walking into the block room and seeing that.
Nah, I had it locked. No, it's actually crazy. I had a little box and a chair. My little setup. Sometimes I miss options just for the nostalgia. No, but I don't miss the time decay. But yeah, that was pretty much the trade. So the trade played out again. We took out that high, and now took out that high there. Now we're kind of just chopping around. But yeah, that was
It appears I have to apply to be able to trade options.
for Weeble.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Let me know when you apply, and I will or if you apply right now, I can tell you how to answer those questions so that you get approved. Because they're gonna ask you certain
Alright.
questions.
But options data is delayed by 15 whole minutes.
No, that's crazy. It should not be delayed. Does Weeble make you pay for data now? I haven't used it in so long. Because they should not delay options data.
Yes. Yeah, subscribing to real-time data is an option.
They make you pay for data now. I don't think so because I don't pay for data, and it looks live when I trade it. It should only make you pay for the futures data.
Yeah, I can't even find futures.
Yeah, I recommend. My recommendation is if you have $4 a month to spare, is go to go to Tradeovate. Just make a Tradeovate account and get the data. Or even if you have Cash App, I'll send you like 2 months worth of data. I'll send you like $10.
Is this their mobile app?
For Tradeovate,
Yeah. I just sent you a screenshot of it, the one I found. Is that the one?
let me take a look. Should be a blue T and a white background.
Yeah, it's pretty much what I got.
Yeah, that's it.
So I should specifically look into futures, or is it like learning a stock market kind of teaches me all of it?
Well, the chart. Well, however you learn to trade, whether you trade stocks, futures, um, forex, crypto, the charts are gonna move the same. Well, I won't say the charts are gonna move the same, but the things that you learn on how to trade are gonna work for anything. But I would recommend just sticking with futures because it's the best thing that you can do. Is just trade futures. Also, with funded accounts, they don't have funded option accounts. And with option accounts, if you don't have at least 25,000, you could only trade within your balance. So say you have $1,000, you can only trade like two $500 trades or four $250 trades, and then you're locked out for the day until your money um, rebalances for the next day. With trade with futures, you can trade unlimited amount of times, however much you want, anytime you want, all day long, anytime. You have freedom, and you don't have to deal with time decay. Or having to deal with which option contract to buy.
So options is where the contract stuff is.
Yeah, well, they're contracts for both. It's just that for futures, there's only one contract that you have to worry about. And there's actually only, like right here, on MNQ, on my screen, you see it's Z, there's like a bunch, Z5, H6, M6, U6, Z4. Those are just, that's all you got to worry about. You just use the same contract for like 2-3 months, and then once the new season rolls around, like every few months you just change contracts. Versus every day on options. Now you can just trade the same contract on options, but it's just with trading you want to be precise and you want to be fast. You don't always have to be fast, but sometimes price will just like jump into an entry, and it's just so easy to just seamlessly buy
Order filled.
and then sell.
Order filled.
Versus buying, clicking on your orders, going into your options, trying to select, okay, I want to sell it at this price. And then it's like, I'm trying to sell at 2.22, and price went down to 2.1, so now my order won't fill, and then now price is going down, so now I got to go back into my orders and cancel my order, and then put a new order in to sell it at 2.00, because and it's just so tedious. Now you can get around that by just selling the market price, but all around futures is just better.
So you do bid and ask?
I just buy and sell at market price. So buying and selling at market is it immediately buys it and it immediately sells it. Now you can always, sometimes I'll set a limit order, like I'll set a limit sell right here at 25,711. So if price goes up to here, it'll automatically sell, and I'll enter in shorts, and I'll go short and profit from it going lower. Or I could set a limit buy. It's where now if price goes down to 25,705, it'll automatically buy it for me. If it even wants to come back down there. It should. Like 1 point off. Or it could just kind of chop around. So this price leg, that was to our price target. Right now I have no idea what price is going to do, because all of my studying for tonight went into this setup and that move. And now that we're done, I'm kind of like, I'm already done doing kind of trading. Oh yeah, and then also on the evaluation account for Take Profit Trader, there is a 50% consistency rule. Now what that means is that you can't make more than 50% of your profit goal in one day. So since the profit goal is 3,000, you don't want to make more than 1,500 in a day. Now if you do, so you make like 5,000 in one day with the 50% consistency rule, now even though you pass your 3,000 profit target, they're going to raise your target up to 10,000, because you made 5,000 in one day, and you can't make more than 50% of your profit target in one day. So I recommend, and it's a 5-day minimum to pass. What I usually do is I'll make 1,500 on the first day, 1,500 on the second day. Then I've passed. I've got the $3,000 profit target, and then you do have to trade a total of 5 days. So then on the last 3 days, you can literally just do this. You can just go in, press
Order
buy,
filled.
and then immediately just press sell,
Order filled.
and then that counts as a trading day, and you can do that for the last 3 days. Hold on, I'll be right back. Let me go cut my heat on.
Alright.
Yo.
Yo.
All right. What were we talking about? Hold on, let me actually grab some socks. It's kind of cold in here. Oh yeah, that's what I remembered. Bro, I've been just focusing on just being grateful, or not even actually focused. It just kind of happened. Like even today, I was like, wow, I'm so grateful for the little things. Like, came home, made some food. I'm like, I'm glad I have a heating source to cook food on, and I'm grateful that it's cold outside and I have heat that I can just flip a switch, press a button, and have heat and warmth. Great thing. So I think a lot of times we can forget about stuff like that. Hold on, let me find some socks.
Yeah, well, my phone's gotten a bit hot.
Yo, but yo, bro, what I love about trading is that the freedom that it can offer you. Because you think,
It's
we
it's that
work,
freedom that I'm after,
and that.
because
Go ahead.
yeah, it's that freedom that I'm after because I am kind of sick of this world system. I'm sick of only being able to make money on the terms of others, and I hate the fact that, humanity each got this one shot at what we call life, and it shows a rat race in taxes. They decided to choose systems that shoot us down and refuse to let us not only make progress but even get up in the first place. Like, I looked into like a warehouse job. I applied for a warehouse job, and then they made me do an interview with a freaking AI. And when I said I didn't have any pickpacking experience in a warehouse, they're like, "Oh, this might not be the job for you. It's a pickpacking job. It is not that deep." I just got turned down for a delivery driver job for a timber company as well. I was like, "Bro, it's driving. It's not that deep." But here I am. Every time I make progress, something shoots me down. Every time I apply to give me some nonsense reason, or the one job I did have, I was working in traffic control, but they just let me off the list of employees without telling me, all while they're still hiring new people. And that was like just after a good consistent few weeks of me doing night shift work in, not to mention, extremely uncomfortable conditions with selfish team members and an old-fashioned dipstick who had us standing out in the blistering cold at the foot of a mountain till 4 a.m.
Yo,
Like,
what?
given that could have been thrown at any other employee, just automatically got thrown at me. Despite the fact that, like, the chick who was basically second in position to being a site coordinator or like supervisor and crap like that. Like, my goodness, the amount of problems that she started or exacerbated were insane. But basically, like, I'm sick of that system, and I'm done. I'm believing that God has better for me. And while I like was working and doing better, that was when I got approved for legal. So I'm sticking around trading because that's like clearly where I'm gonna have to go to start picking up some momentum if no
Yeah.
other jobs want to hire me. I would like to be able to find some other online job, but I got to do something because my entire family basically is struggling right now, and I'm trying to get married here. I got to close the distance between me and someone in the U.S. That has to happen.
And then when you have kids, you have to provide for a family, and and even and I can tell you even from firsthand, even me living by myself and having very low overhead costs because like my house is paid off and like everything like I had two jobs and I didn't even blow my money. Like me having two jobs working 80 hours a week, if I wasn't trading in 2024, like I would have had no money even with working two jobs and getting paid like $20 an hour. Like stuff is expensive. But trading does offer that freedom because all that time that it frees up, because for me it's not even about the money. It is mainly about the freedom because you have that freedom to spend time with your friends, your wife, your kids, and you actually get to raise your kids and actually get to build these deep relationships versus being at a job. And your job isn't even guaranteed. Any day, any time that they feel like, oh, we're not liking how you're working, they could just fire you. With trading, you don't ever have to worry about that. You don't ever have to say, "Oh, I want to go on this vacation with my wife. Let me ask my job if I can take off." No, it's just like, "Oh, well, I want to go on this vacation."
Just just do it and like take a few minutes to trade while on the vacation if you really have to.
Yeah,
I hate this world. I hate this system. And not only that, but like when the world's barely letting me pick up for my own slack, it just gets harder and harder to see how many other people are also struggling. And to I want to be able to help others. I'm sick of seeing that others are struggling financially, and I have to be like, oh, well, I'll pray for you. Oh, why not?
yeah, bro, absolutely. Um,
Like, I never want to be someone that like people just look to like, oh, I can ask good for money and they'll always say yes. I want to be seen as
Order
reliable.
filled.
I don't want people to take advantage of me. Up, no one. So that's not even the point. Point just is, I'm basically sick of this world forcing me into a position of being useless, and I don't want to have to like literally go to the military in order to get a job
Yeah, and
because
that's
like
not good either.
either
And they don't even
I
pay
won't
well.
survive. Seriously?
Yeah, no, the military doesn't pay well. I know so many people because I live the area that I live in. There's like 10 different military bases. So like probably like 60% of the people here are in the military or navy, and they don't pay well at all. Like they're still broke. And then the recruiters lie to you and promise you all this stuff to get you to sign up and sign a 4-year contract to where then you're stuck and you can't get out. And then you get in and you like talk to the office manager or whatever, and they're like, no, that's not true. Like, well, but you're in here now. You signed the contract.
It's kind of a scam. Tax is the real fraud. Like,
Yeah,
my goodness, if it weren't for me being a Christian, I'd probably become an anarchist.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
Seriously, regardless of your viewpoint, the fact that we're alive is a miracle, but we chose to
Order
confine
filled.
ourselves to screen and workbenches.
Those are the real prisons.
Stop filled.
Now, basically, right now, um, this trade
So,
right here is just a
yeah.
super low risk trade. I'm basically just playing around with it right now. But
Hmm.
matter of
I
fact,
forgot how heated I am over this like pathetic rock that we live on.
no, I don't blame you.
Yeah,
No, it
that's my
is like
drive.
that.
That's my motivation.
That's a good motivation to be in. That's because that will fuel you. Um, and it's at a good point because things are probably gonna get even more crazy as time goes on.
Yeah, whether or not it's a matter of prophecy, because apparently this race, this human race, is like never-ending cavalcading screw-ups.
It needs to
Like
be
the
changed.
fact that we live among each other should be a tax write-off.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong about that. Um, but
But yeah, that's my motivation. But the problem is like, you know what's weird about me?
what's up?
Nothing exhausts me more than when I'm trying to get up and do something with my working potential, with my ability to learn and all that. Like trying to get up and be productive and do something. Even if I'm working like almost all the time and don't have much time for myself, that's one thing. But it's more exhausting when I'm trying to get up and build up that inertia again, but nothing's letting me do it. Like recently, I've crashed out a few times because it's like, job of work was going nowhere, so I started door dashing, and then my car
Order filled.
started killing itself. Or when I finally get work, it's the sales positions I told you about. One that's commissions only, one that wanted me to sacrifice church, yada yada yada. Like just stuff that seems to shoot me back down when I'm about to gain momentum, and that's what was making me crash out. And like that, and that, and that again, and even the fact that like I've been struggling with OCD recently as well, contamination OCD and religious OCD, and those are also very emotionally taxing. And it's gotten me to this point where like thinking about some of the stuff that I have to do, not just in the long term with like Mary and Kate, but even just in general. Sometimes thinking about the past for the day can just like that itself can feel exhausting. But then I get like angry with myself when I can't pick up my ass, and it's just ay ay ay. But if I can start like actually seeing some traction and some progress in me developing this skill, that will make me keep going.
And I definitely agree with that.
Until then, I will have a bit of a problem actually paying attention, which is also deeply frustrating. But once
And,
I start like actually learning, it's going to be easier to pay attention. Yeah, I have an attention deficit, unfortunately, so it's a problem.
and I think that's what's important, for anyone in general is that you wake up every day and you have a set thing that you're working towards, not just a task like like folding your laundry or making food, but like something that you're working towards every single day and that you're building progress towards. And a bunch of different things, like something, like trading. Like for me, especially when I was going through all this stuff last year, I was focused on studying trading, and so I was seeing that, right, taking my notes, watching the videos, focus on working out, you know getting the body better, um, and then also deepening my relationship with the Lord as well. And and it's something that you work towards every day, and it's important to remember why you're doing it for, for the freedom, to help people around you. And you have to have that strong enough why. Now, the reason I got into this trade right here, just a small trade, is just because we had shift in market structure, and then we had that order block. We already took out like that major level, and then so as soon as we came back up in the order block, that's why I drew this block out, and I got into a few contracts. I sold like two of them down here, and now I'm just holding one, and I have my stop at 25.17, which is a very, very conservative stop because my stop should be above this high. But I have my stop in profit because I've already taken profit on the trade. So now it's just like worst case scenario, I still make money. Best case scenario, we come down and take out these lows right here. But yeah, Brett, I love to see people like self develop. Like that is just like one of the best feelings, is just seeing people better their lives and achieve their dreams. And if I can nudge people in the right direction, or even be a catalyst, or help teach them, that that's enough for me.
Yeah. Sorry, I just have to carry something across the whole house. Right.
But yeah, bro,
Yeah.
I would love to see you become a profitable trader, be able to go see your fiance, soon to be wife, whenever you feel like, move in with her, get a nice house, not have to slave away at a job for 10 hours a day making like $20 an hour. You can just hop on the charts, you know, um,
Mm.
make like 300, 400, eventually make $2,000, $3,000 a day, and just go on with your life and and just be able to just
Yeah.
enjoy life.
So like I gotta do something, right? Because obviously I'm trying to make a lot happen. But first and foremost, in order to gain momentum, I need to get some source of money. And in my mind, I guess what makes sense is like if no job's gonna get back to me, I'll study and study and study on the skill of trading, and then maybe I could do Fiverr actually. I was thinking of doing Fiverr where I make people some like simple Discord servers.
I think you should. You did a really good job with this one.
Thank you. But yeah, I could totally sign up for that. It's just that my competitors would be way more expensive, which could be a point for my favor, but they're more expensive because they probably know more technical know-how than I do. But I could totally just look into more bots and stuff like that. Um, regardless. Another thing, that's just one opportunity, and I want to like pick up the trading skill. So my idea there is like learn the skill, study it, and then practice it on the demo account. I'd have to make a TradeAway demo account so I can learn the features specifically if that's best shot. It's either that or 20-minute trader style. Because if 20-minute trader really does make the profit he says in that short amount of time each morning, then that would be like perfect for staying in a proper sleep schedule when I'm in the States and being able to like work for 20, 30 minutes tops and then just go hang out with my wife the rest of the day.
Absolutely. You know, that's actually what I usually do in the mornings, like in that first 30 minutes. You know, that, especially when I was like all last year when I wasn't trading futures. Like I personally like these night sessions just because the market just moves so slow, and I can just sit, chill, you know, enjoy it. Versus like in the morning, the market like moves so fast. But when I was trading options and I was trading only in the morning, yeah, I'd be making those 800 or $1,000 days just in like 5-10 minutes, and I'd be done. I'd just go to work,
Yeah,
and I didn't have
yeah,
to go to
that's the
work.
kind of
I chose to, and that's the beautiful thing is that I was going to work because I wanted to. It's not like I had to. I could have just quit any day I wanted.
yeah. Like I would love to be able to do that and then like I don't know, take my wife out or even go to the church and hang out with people volunteering there or volunteer there myself. Like I'm already the cameraman and media on the media team in my church now. Like imagine I make all the money I need for the day in like 30 minutes, do whatever I want, go to gym, um, go on a road trip just because petrol cost isn't a concern anymore. Like that kind of freedom would be crazy. And not only do I want to do that, like I want to make that like my main stream of income for as soon as possible. So that's why I'm like trying to get an idea of how soon I can pick up momentum and actually develop the skills well enough to become profitable. And after that, I want to like my fiance owns a business. I'd love to be able to support her business on that. I'd love to be able to support the business that my dad and I started. There's just a lot that I want to do.
Yeah, so many
Like
opportunities open up from trading, and you'll get there. Yo, like do you see the second trade that I just took right now?
I was doing laundry. I was away from the phone. Tell me
Okay,
about it.
so those previous highs that we couldn't get past, we created an order block. Market structure shifted below. We came back up, so I entered it on the order block. Very little drawdown, and I'm up about 23 or 20, 24, 25 points on the trade.
Hmm. Yeah. So futures is open 24/7, right? And you're doing futures right now.
Yeah, so it's open 24, well 23 hours a day. It closes at 5 p.m. It opens back up at 6 p.m. So it's only closed for 1 hour a day, and but it is closed on the weekend, so Saturday. So Friday at 5 p.m. it closes. It doesn't open again until 6 p.m. on Sunday.
And you said the night sessions are slower.
Yeah.
Right, that's cool. Then yeah, I think like I said before, I'll either focus on that or pick up the 20-minute trader talent. Because that way, it's like I wait till the stock market opens, but that's like 1:30 a.m. for me. Unless I try that method on like the Australian stock market, which opens at 9 a.m. for me. But either way, the whole point of it would be I can just smash it out in 20, 30 minutes and then just go do what I want. If I did the US stock market, what I would want to do would be just go straight back to bed.
And I've done that plenty of times. Like wake up, trade, and then just go back to sleep. Like wake up for like 5 minutes, make $600, and then just go back to sleep.
Hmm. Yeah, learn on that demo account and then go for the $100 $100 account for
Yeah, thank you.
50,000. Then you get evaluated on that, and then start trading for real on that. Because I think you said like when you get the when you pass it, they give you an account that's actually got 50,000 bucks on it, since they can trust you with it, and
Yeah.
then whatever you make past, what was it, past 53,000, you can just take for yourself.
52. Yes. So every single dollar after 52, you can take. You can send it right to your bank,
Right.
and
Then
they
you
keep
mentioned
20%.
that yeah, and then you mentioned as well that you can just make multiple accounts, sync them up. So when you make one trade on one account, you make that same trade on the other accounts. So you end up like doubling or even tripling how much you're making based on
Yeah,
that.
yeah, actually quintupling because you can have 5 take profit trader accounts. So, and right now, like,
Actually, can you go further?
so you can have 5 on take profit trader, but there's actually other firms. Like there's so many reputable ones, and with those, you can you can even use like a trade syncer. Um, like you can use a trade syncer, and with the trade syncer, you can actually go through multiple firms, link all your accounts together, even from different firms. And with that, it definitely can change a lot of things because with
So
that,
it's basically almost limitless, the kind of growth that you can do in trading.
yeah, like yeah, if you wanted, you could link like 50 or 60 accounts together. I mean, just on Apex trading, you can link together 20 accounts. So this is actually a 40-point trade right now.
Is it still on your demo, or is this for realsies?
No, no, this is on the actual test on the evaluation account. So I like I said, just for the stream, I just got a fresh one. Um,
Ah, yeah.
yeah, I just got a fresh one today. And this is my first day trading on it. I've made $857. So I got 4 more days to trade on it, and then I get funded. And I'm gonna record the whole process just so people can see how it is. So I got my I'm trailing my stops right now. So we got locked in right now. Um, let's see, got 18 points, plus another 16. Break that down like 17, 17, 15, 15, 30, and then that leftover 2, it's like 34. So we got about 34 points locked in right here. And that's worst case scenario. I've secured 34 points. I got my stop trailed down. So if we go back up, it'll stop me out in profit. But we're aiming for maybe even 634. Keep some low hanging fruit. So we'll aim for this low right here, the midpoint of that. These lows could be another one. Yeah, this ended up being a really good trade. 50 points on this trade.
Oh, 20-minute trader does futures as well now.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so just to get an idea, this trade right here, I got in at 2:31 a.m. my time. and then from 231 to down here, 10, 18 minutes. So it's been 18 minutes here, and it's been, so that would be 28 points plus the 18. Take the 2 away from the 18, make it 30, and then so 40.
Stop field.
All right, so we stopped at 30 points. So, but yeah, so from the from my entry to its lowest point down here, was almost around 50 points. Now, just to get an idea, one contract with 50 points is $100. So 3 contracts is $300. Five contracts would be 500. So say you put in 5 contracts right there, which isn't really a lot. That is that's good money. No, it is actually crazy that I actually just caught a long and a short. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad I got that on stream. Did you see that, or are you not around? Can you still hear me?
No, I was muted.
Okay.
I had myself muted since someone else was in the audience now.
Someone's in the audience.
Yep. Sucker.
Let me take a look here. Where am I at? Hold on, how do I go back to stream? Oh. Ah. There he is. I was waiting for him. Bro, it's extra late. Wait, can we how do I bring him up to the stage so he can talk as well, so we can all talk? All right. All right, bet.
I shall invite to speak, and it's up to him to accept it or not.
All right.
He accepted that real quick. Welcome, Sucker.
Kirko.
Sucker.
Yo,
Virgo.
Kirko, how long you been here?
I've been here for a while, bro.
Really? So you seen that short?
Oh yeah, I seen it, bro. I just ain't get in, bro. I ain't even get my new account just yet.
Oh, I feel you.
Yeah, ain't even get it, man. That kind of blew me earlier.
We've been in here chilling. We've been in here chilling.
Just letting it cook, man. Just letting it stew.
Yeah, Joey and I have just been in here chilling for a while.
Letting it stir fry.
Yes, sir, man. That's how you do it there. I think I might catch the early morning joint, man. That's what I'm gonna do. Early, I was like, man, what in the world? How did this happen, man? But it's just the timing. I gotta just remember the timing.
That is true. I actually wasn't even expecting to catch another trade, but just because I seen that we had these equal highs right here, traded lower, market structure shifted, we kind of left this low intact, and then we had this low just sitting there, and we came in. I entered in on that order block. I entered in like 3 contracts. I got out of 1, left in 3, took 2 out right here, and then just rode 1 down. And then as we came down here, came to that halfway point, I came back up. I thought about getting out, but I was like, no, I'm going to wait to see. And we traded low below it, and then I trailed my stop to this midpoint. And then we came down here, and then I trailed my stop to this midpoint of this wick. But I still think we still, take out these 3 targets, but I made 842 on this account, so. And then this is still tomorrow is still technically today, so still some.
What kind of threw me off earlier.
You said what?
So no, that's it. This what threw me off earlier.
Oh, what how the days start at 6? I think even biblically, don't the days actually start at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. Joey?
Yeah.
It would start at sunrise, most likely. So, whenever the sun starts would be when it would be considered the daytime.
Makes sense.
Because Genesis does say that, like, the stars, or like the sun itself was made for, like, measuring the passing of time. So if that's our reference point, then what makes the most sense is, oh, sun's up, the day started.
Yo, that was a crazy short. That was a crazy short. It's gonna be
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I don't think I'm addicted, man. I got so amused by it. I was thinking earlier. Well, not even like just a few minutes ago. I was like, man, I'm gonna hop up there. And I thought about it. I don't even got an account. So I think I'm just going to get another one in the morning.
Yeah, you might as well. I would say you might as well just get it right now so it's ready to use in the morning.
Definitely. It would make a lot of sense.
And that's the cool thing about PayPal is they have that pay in 4. So even if you don't have the full 100, you could just break those payments into $25 every 2 weeks.
That's not bad. Can't even draw down start over. I mean, I don't plan on drawing down, but I can trade at that specific time earlier, man. I was just all right about that.
Nah, it is kind of crazy to think about that there's like it's just kind of funny. There's only like us in the stream, but there's like but I'm actually making like crazy good trades that if anyone were to watch, that they'd be actually making good money. I'm kind of slept on right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you're gonna wake them up soon, man.
Like you see this trade right here, like that this short went crazy. All I was aiming for was just this low.
That's crazy, bro.
Glory to God, forgive me the wisdom and the knowledge to be able to trade.
Hell yeah, man. They give them all the glory, dog.
But I always got to remember this verse right here. Wealth gained hastily will dwindle. Proverbs 13:11. Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but those who gather it little by little will increase it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to tattoo
So
that on my.
there's,
I'm about to. What was that?
I was gonna say this server has the Bible bot, so if you type a verse reference in the text chat, the bot will respond with the verse that you're referring to.
In any text chat?
Any text chat, yeah, because I've given the bot access to every channel.
Really? Hold on. Let me test that out.
You get right ahead.
Yo, that's actually one of my favorite verses. I might get it tattooed on my forehead. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's a big move.
No, it wouldn't be a bad tattoo though. I actually have none. Alright, let me text this bot chat out. Can y'all hear the Spotify music?
Yep, I
Yeah,
heard a
I can
little
hear it.
Is it too loud?
No, that's right.
Alright, let's test this bot out. Is it instant?
Sometimes he's slow, sometimes he doesn't do it at all, 'cause he's not exactly the most consistent bot. But there's nothing on my end I can do about it if he's acting up. Like sometimes even on the Christian server, someone will put the verse and he just won't respond, and it's like, okay, come on, Bible bot, come on, come on.
I
And
called him out. I said Bible bot, I need you. He's nowhere to be found.
I'll give it a shot.
What
Sometimes
what if I add him?
no, that's good. Sometimes he gets mixed up over the choice of colon, because there are different types of colons for some reason. Like sometimes that mixes them up, but if you just type it straight from the keyboard, it shouldn't.
Oh, there it is.
You know. What, he responded?
Yeah, I had to type Proverbs 13:11. I typed just the verse. Wealth
Oh
gain
yeah,
hastily with one.
you type the verse reference rather than in the verse. Like if you look in this stream chat, I'll type John 3:16, and he'll come up with the verse itself. Romans 8:28, Proverbs. What was the one? Proverbs 13:11.
Yeah,
Yeah, Proverbs 13:11.
we
Wealth
traded
gained
right
by
through these
dishonesty will be
targets.
diminished.
Hmm.
But yeah, you just type the verse. He can only do a maximum of 6 verses at once. So if
Like,
you have more
what do you
than
mean?
6 references in your text,
Oh, okay.
I'll show you. I can do,
Like per message.
yeah. So on the server when we own an event, we do like a benediction, we speak a blessing. We do that with 3 verses, which I'll put here. And when I put them in, you'll see that the bot will do all 3 verses at once. And he can do that up to 6. But if I have more than 6 Bible verse references in my text, he will just say I can't keep up with that many references, and he just won't do any. So maximum of 6 per message if you want the bot to be able to follow you. If you're quoting the Bible yourself in your text, then it doesn't really matter.
But let me throw out a random verse then.
Oh, you can actually do slash random as well.
Do I just say Proverbs/random?
No, if you just say slash random as a command in general, it will just choose one from a random pool. Or if you do true random, then it will literally just be the most random verse you can get.
Let me see. A rich man's wealth is his strong city, and like a high wall protecting him. The late night 3 a.m. stream. Yo, now this trade was crazy because look, if you think about it, look at the risk to reward on this trade. Like that was the entry, or even you could have re-entered on the retest. But this was that original entry. And we're down here. Yo, 21 risk to reward is crazy.
That is wild.
You pulled off
Dude.
successfully.
You said what?
And you pulled it off successfully. Look at you.
Yes, bro.
It's a shake back, man. What is the name of it?
Alright, and looks like that is the end of that trade. Yo, look, we hit
Yes.
all through my price targets, and then slide right back up. And then we come right back up to this order block right here. We start rejecting
How's
again.
my? I'm trying to figure out how my account's still open, but it's deactivated.
Well, can you trade on it?
Nope, I don't think so. I ain't looked at it. Whoa. They literally show you how many times you traded in a day.
Yeah, it shows you all that.
Yeah, trade on the right is wild.
Lo-fi music is so great. Alright, now that we took out all these lows, rebalanced into an order block, might be wanting to take out something nice now. I think we come up and take out this high.
Order filled.
As long as we hold in this order block, or actually, could get an entry in this little gap. In the inverse gap right here. Slide 3 cons in there. Actually, no. I'm not liking that aggressive move down. Slide through that gap. Chilling back in it now. about to cut my heat off real quick. I'll be right back. Let's see if we have any more downside objectives. Could take out this though. We've already rebalanced in that gap. Might put some stops right here.
Order filled.
Average down a little bit right there. Could very well get stopped on this trade. Just jabbing something small.
Stop filled.
Here, probably gonna be taking out the slow down here. But it's the last trade for the night. I'm gonna just do commentary now. Just chill at that 780. But yeah, Joey, when do you plan on getting this account?
I think I'll wait until I'm like confident enough to get it done first try.
Like when you've been consistent in the in the in the demo phase?
Yep.
Yeah. See, that's why I had my stop right there. Because I knew if we did trade below that, we would be taking out this slow. And what in trading it definitely helps to learn your triggers. One of my triggers in trading is to like see a huge move and not be in it, and then you start thinking like, man, I should still be in this move, and then you just have like one bad trade. But you definitely want to keep your risk small. That's why I went in like pretty low size with a tight stop, just to see if price did hold that gap in there, which it very well could. Very well could have. But probably going for this low, because this is the low that actually started this whole move up. There's gonna be lots of stops right in there.
Oh shoot, it's 7 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 3 a.m. over here. About time for me to hop off the charts.
Like I just been right here in the background chilling.
I feel you.
Yeah,
No,
I
that's
feel
that's
like
good.
we're gonna run to the shop so I can get stuff for dinner.
I feel you. What? It's 7 a.m. over there or 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro's in Australia.
Wow. Gosh, it's big time difference.
But you said you about to go get dinner, Joey?
Yeah, I gotta go into the shops and get stuff for making dinner.
All right, brother. Been great talking to you. Good chopping it up with you on the stream. I'm gonna probably just start streaming every single night and every morning. I'm gonna try to at least. When you say you're going to the shop, Joey? Oh, here you left. You still there, Kirko?
Oh yeah, I'm still there, bro. Still here.
I'm just chilling. I'm like, man, I'm up to 782 on this evaluation. Now, even though I did manage my risk real well on that trade,
Mm-hmm.
I am slightly upset because I didn't even analyze the chart. I was just like, oh, fair value gap. Let me enter.
You just jump in.
See, now I did analyze a little bit because I was like, oh, I hit all three of my marked out targets, and then we had displacement higher above a swing high,
Mm-hmm.
and then created a fair value gap. So it wasn't a terrible trade. Um, Based on market etiquette and just like the basis on how a trade is formed. Now, when you go deeper into understanding the market, just from the standard that I hold myself to, it was a bad trade. But any other trader that took that trade, like anyone that took that trade, I would not be mad at them. Like even if they lost, I'd be like that was a good attempt.
Mm-hmm.
But I do hold myself to a little bit of a higher standard.
Right, definitely, man. You gotta analyze, man. You gotta, like you said, man, you gotta, plan every move, man. You gotta be a samurai.
And part of me, I'm not gonna lie, part of me, because this is an evaluation account, like I'm just kind of like, because evaluations accounts, like they're so easy for me to pass. Like I was even with Joey, like I was literally like showing him like buy and sell orders, and I was just like intentionally losing $7, $8. So I was like, you just hit sell, just like that,
Order filled.
and you can just hit buy. Um, and I was just practicing around because I know my limit's 1500, and I know I'll make that tomorrow.
Easy, right?
Yeah. Like I gotta even on evaluation account. Oh, I'm drawing a line. Even on evaluation accounts, I have to intentionally lose money because I've made 3,000 4,000 on them before.
Bro,
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh, let me go down 1,500.
crazy, bro. Gotta get in and get out, though.
But yeah, this isn't. Yeah, but this sell right here wasn't a serious sell. Even though we do have even though price should go down here, this isn't the best entry.
Mm.
Now, even in moments like this, my mind is like, oh, slap 5 contracts. Boom, slap 5 contracts. But I know we could very well come up to this order block. And then that's risking like $100, which is not a good idea at all.
Oh, yeah, man. That's That's a terrible risk there. I ain't said terrible, but big risk. Big
Now,
what you think it'll be.
now if we do come up to this order block, or this gap, the only thing is when we have such big down moves like this, price a lot of times at any moment can just shoot way up. That's why you always want to get into the premium or discount. Are you familiar with what a premium or discount is?
No.
Okay. Let me just real quick. Let me wait till we come up to this order block. Buy 3 contracts just to average down, and then I'll hop out. And then I'll go over that. But for some reason, I'm thinking we're actually not going to reject all this order block. I feel like we're just going to blast through it.
For real.
Yeah. I feel like looking at charts every day for like 3 years, yep. See, looking at charts every day for 3 years, you kind of just get like a sixth sense. Oh, look at that. That's why I didn't add any more right here.
Oh, yeah, you better hop on. You gonna let it cook, man.
I'm gonna just wait a little bit. I was looking for just a way to just add a little bit more contracts, but I was waiting to see where a good area would be. Because off the bottom of that order block would have been too much drawdown. So what I'll do is this. Yeah, because we could come actually all the way up to here. And I don't want to risk another 40 points. See, I need to stop playing because a little test trade where I was just trying to show you something ended up being $40 drawdown. It's all good though. It's all good.
You gotta hop in that demo, man.
Nah, you're right. I was actually just thinking that as soon as I did that trade, I was like, yeah, let me just go ahead and hop in a demo account and just stop treating the eval like it's a demo. Here we're gonna see. I'm actually not comfortable going long here or short just because we're already so much down here and we haven't really shown any interest. I know what I'll do. I know what I'll do. We'll chill for a little bit.
I'm tired, man.
A little bit is 320. Alright, now that it's moved up, if we can go up a little bit more, this halfway point. I'll average down a little bit. Then on that small move down, I'll get out. Actually, no, I actually don't even do that just because you're watching and I don't want to show you bad habits. So let me not do that, because that's not something you should ever do.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
Learning.
So now bad habits would have been also, even though you're already in this loser, is averaging down there. The best thing to do here, as much as your mind is like, and actually ICT did this too. He intentionally took not good trades just to show people that like it's okay to take a loss and get out of the loss. So I'll use that as a teaching moment. As much as, look, you're down $60, and you might want to average down, you might want to just hold down, like hoping that we get down here, or like wait until we get above this high and then try to buy a bunch of contracts, average down. All you gotta do is this. It's this simple. You just take the
Order
loss.
filled.
You just take the loss, just like that, and another trade comes.
He's just going. I'm just going to take that.
No, that's important.
Go ahead and take it, man.
Just like that.
Plenty of time. I had to do it so many times, man. Not
Now,
too many, but
now, because we did disrespect this order block. Oh yeah, we traded way above that order block. See if we can get a 1 minute entry in here. So I do think we take out these two highs. There's no real entry right here. Now, if there's no entry on the 1 minute, let me show you something. You can actually hop on the 15-second chart. Oh, it already happened. Price already moved. I was trying to catch it before it went above that high. See, but no, I did call it. I did say I'm not going to enter right there on that order block because I know we're just going to slide right through it and then take out both these highs. Check out that one. Still got to take out this one as well. See if we can get an order block entry. Nah, actually, I'm gonna use this as a teaching moment. Look, we've had two amazing trades, and then I had one test trade that wasn't even supposed to be a trade where I just said, oh look, I can just test, click sell. Ended up being $60 drawdown. Now at that point, after 3 trades a day, really we shouldn't even be taking more than 2 trades a day. After that, you can just call it. You can just call it a day. You say, all right, traded 3 times today. I've had 2 winners. Really, it should be like this. You know, you have, say, you know what? Let me go ahead and go to the demo. We gonna chill right there at that 700 for the day. I'll pop back in the demo. Oh yeah, we can. I can show you in queue contracts. Now these do move kind of crazy. Look, just one contract. Now I'm not gonna analyze the chart. I'm just gonna show you just based on just how they move. One of these is equal to 10 micros of what we usually buy.
Order
Look.
filled.
damn, for real.
Yeah. So look. So just 2 ticks is $50.
Damn, whoa.
Now, actually, this, yeah, so, hold on. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy them both at the same price. Just so you can see how they move. Let me see, so we're at, see, I'll do this.
Damn.
Yeah. Look, I'll do this. Because I want to get them both at the same price. Here, this is what I'll do.
But if you really analyze and know what you're doing, though, you really can eat, though.
Yeah. Like exactly. Like look, like let me show you this. Let me
Order filled.
look at the 5 minute real quick.
If I could really analyze, right? I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not even trying to care. So if I could really, really analyze and sit right down and watch the chart and be straight, like you're saying, bro, we could literally pass the evaluation in 3 days, bro. Especially with a $2,000 drawdown.
Yeah,
Even if you take the risk of $200, $300, you know what I'm saying? You gonna make 1,000 in a day.
you're right about that. So look, I'll do one of these compared to the regular mini, the regular micro, just to show you how they move. See if I can put them at the same. All right,
Order filled.
664. About here at
Order filled.
664. So we're in at 66425, and then this one at 66475. So they're pretty much about the same. But look, so that's where we're at. 60 on that one. We're at $7 on this one.
We need
$90.
to trade the other. No, make $1,000 a day net pass eval in 3 days.
These are those big boy contracts.
All you have to do 5 of those, like eat it 5 times in a damn day. That's $1,000.
Yeah.
Let it hit 200 times.
And I'm not gonna lie, it's not like I don't have great trades. Like on all my streams, like I'm not even gonna I'm not even gonna count that last trade that I just did. But on all my streams, like the first stream, first 2 trades solid. My morning stream today, you weren't there for that, but solid 2 trades, and then my stream tonight. The ones that I caught, like these are the trades that I caught. Look, this came down, took out all these lows, and then we came up, market structure shifted above these highs, came back down into that order block, started trading back up. I got in, rode it up to take out that high right there. And then we came back up, and then we had these equal highs here, came back up, that created an order block. Since we traded in that order block, that was this trade, which this is where we're at right now, which is crazy. 36R. Oh my goodness, bruh.
It's crazy work. So you cooked on that new eval jump you got?
Yeah, I'm up 700 on that first day. I was up around 800 peak balance, but then I started playing around, which is what we don't need to do. Like, so look, these are the types of trades we need to take A+ setups. Now, those other 2 trades I took, those were I didn't even do none of this. Like, I didn't lock in. I kind of was just like, oh, let me trade. That's where we're gonna self-destruct. That's what we need to not do. But yeah, for example, here, so we're like, oh, we're in this gap right here. Let me slap 2
Order
contracts
filled.
versus slap 2 right here.
Order filled.
We're at 66408. Right here. Now watch price just below this low. Watch how much those 3 contracts are up, and that's only that's only 10 points. Look at this.
God.
Look, we not even a full 10 points yet. Look.
Yeah, bro. We're gonna start. We can start.
Look,
We can start.
we not even the full 10 points yet, and we up 400.
That's a demo or the oh, that's the demo joint.
Yeah, yeah. This is a demo.
That's
I'm up
crazy.
72k. I made 14k on this demo today. But look,
That's
so
crazy, bro. Yeah, we start trading up there, just knocking shit out and just execute. You know how much we be making, bro, on them days when we made like 300, 400, bro. We made like we made there's some money out there. So
see the only
it's crazy.
so these 10 of these, I believe one of these is equal to 10 minis. The only thing with the with or sorry, so these are minis. Wait, why is it okay? So yeah, these are minis and these are micros.
Yeah, it's crazy. The price gap so much different.
Now let me actually even them out and buy 10 and 10. We're at 66525.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order
All right,
filled.
66405, 66525. We're about the same, except this one is a little bit better entry. Here, this is what I'll do.
Order filled.
I'll set the exact same
Order
prices.
filled.
So I'll set it at 66.
Greg, give me 1 second, bro. Yeah, right back.
All right.
Order filled. Order filled.
I'm back, bro.
All right, but so I got the entries pretty much the exact same. I got them down to like 1.25 off. So we got 10 minis or 10 micros here at 180 with a little bit better entry versus 10 versus one single one. So literally they're the same thing. It's just 10 of these equal 10 micros equal one mini.
For real?
Yeah. So what I like about minis is that, or sorry, I get them confused. What I like about micros is that if you don't want to buy 10, you can buy 5 or 3. I think we should wait on these until we build the account up a little bit because I just personally don't think we should be buying 10 contracts. But if you think about it, a lot of the trades we take are correct. I don't know, I personally just think I'm not comfortable enough yet to take 10 contracts in the starting position.
Oh, blame, bro. Blame. I know we're doing a private evaluation
But why didn't you get that account yet? Because if you did, you could have entered in on this monster trade. Now, of course, I took my profit here. But this is one of those trades where we just hold and just trail our stop and hold and just trail our stop. Like we could have came down here, took out this low,
Mhm.
and we could have held. We could have moved our stop down to the top of the order block, came down, this big low right here. Now our stop would have been top of this order block. We took out this low. We could have moved our stop to the bottom of the order block. But look where we dipped down into. Right back into the fair value gap.
We'll hop in the joint right
You said what?
now. I'm hopping in the joint right
Wait, you about to get the account?
now.
You're not about to trade, are you?
No, sir.
Okay, bet. Yo, but look, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This might be one of the like top trading sessions that I've had because look, I rode this all the way up. Look, from all the choppiness, got in right here, rode it up, got out, waited, and then got that monster move. So rode it up and then rode it down. Now I got out around here just because I only had one contract. And like I said, I was already up 700-800 for the day, so I was kind of content with that because we still got morning session tomorrow, AM session. But yeah, bro, just to get an idea, this is how it moves. Now look, now imagine this, bro. Once we really get the account up, and we could just be slapping 5 minis,
Order filled.
5, 10, 15, 30,
Order filled.
40 minis.
That's not gonna be bad, bro.
You said what?
So that's not gonna be bad there.
Cause look, it's 1,000. Look, if you buy 44 of these, bro, that's 1,000 off of a tick. Not even a point, a tick, a point 25. Look,
Oh, man.
you just get to slapping these.
Order rejected.
Oh, I done bought too many.
Order filled. Order rejected. Order rejected.
Now, just for trading, just for test sake, bro, 7K off 4 points is crazy. And the same thing with these, bro. You didn't end up buying like
Order rejected.
15, 20 of these.
Order rejected. Order
Well,
rejected.
Well, I can't. Well, I'm maxed out because I've already bought 64, which is $65,000.
You see why they won't let me do it, bro?
They won't let you do what?
Before installment.
Why not?
No, I'm about to reach next, man.
Do you have a PayPal account?
Yeah.
Do you have good credit?
It'll be alright. But I don't know what their folks speak to. Oh, it said my PayPal account might be type of US consumer PayPal account. So what do you mean by
Wait, it's not what?
not a US consumer PayPal account?
Dang, you're not a U.S. citizen, bruh? You're here illegally?
That'd be crazy right there.
Nah, I've never even seen that. You do have a U.S. account, right?
I think so.
Yeah, you was in another country or something?
Dang it. assume a PayPal account for the image. But I have to switch my type of account.
Or you could
Huh?
hit up, or if that won't work, you could hit up the Zayzoon.
I'm about to do something trying to pop up here, man. That's crazy with it.
Yeah, look, if you ever have two accounts
Mm-hmm.
and you do this, like hold up, let me take some of these off.
Order filled. Order filled.
Like if you ever do this, you go long on one and short on the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Order filled.
They, so now if it goes up, we're up on this one, and if it goes down, we're up on this one. If you do that, um, wait, am I long or short on both of them? I think I'm long on this one.
Order filled.
Yeah, I'm long on this one. I think I'm short on this one.
Order filled.
No, okay, I'm long on this
Order
one. Okay,
filled.
let me go short on this one. Okay.
Order rejected.
So if you're short on one, if you go short on one account and long on the other account, bruh, they're gonna instantly take both of your accounts.
For real?
Yeah, you can't do that. Now I can do it because I'm on demo. But yeah, no, bruh. Yo, I actually didn't think that they would take your account away for that one little rule, but I guess it's like one of the main rules.
It was crazy they did that, bro. I did not expect them to do that for real.
At first I thought you blew the account. I was like, dang, bruh.
Right, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, at first, like you said, I had all like 5 contracts, but I was really up for real. And then, we was like, man, you should just get out. So I get out of it, and I thought it was just like something else, something weird. But I was like, I ain't do it all the way, so. I think I'm probably about to go to bed.
Order filled.
Nah, I feel it. It's like 4 a.m., bruh. You don't even be waking up anyway.
Bro, gotta be staying up, bro. Staying up late, bro. It's like I can't get up early.
So how you gonna trade the AM session tomorrow?
I don't know. I don't even know how I'm gonna get the account just yet.
Dang,
I
man.
can't believe I blew it by trying to trade on break, bro. I don't know try to trade on my lunch break.
Yeah. Over trading is these are how you can mess yourself up. Over trading, taking more than like 2 or 3 trades a day, being greedy by over leveraging, or not finding good setups, trading trash setups, or trash price action when price is just chopping around, or by trading when you are going through crazy stuff in life. If you have a relationship with a girl and your girl breaks up with you or something.
Yeah, that's crazy too, though. It'll be the worst, man. Or they just distract me, or just being worse as hell.
That is true. But
Order filled.
yeah, yes, brother.